here trying to get this boat set up. It's coming along pretty good. It used to be a light blue, what they call Carolina blue Starcraft. It's a 1986 model. It's got a 70 horsepower Johnson motor. And I got this thing from a first sergeant named Louis Malden. Korean War, Heartbreak Ridge, just a super guy, good Christian man. He gave me this boat. He left it to me in his will, actually. And so I'm thankful for that. And so I've changed it from Carolina blue. I've painted it OD green. And changed the inside from that same blue to a battleship gray. And the only thing I haven't changed is the carpet in it. And I've been working on the motor, trying to get that tuned up, and it's doing okay. After I get it out and run it, and I can run it as long as I want to, but when I shut it off, it's very difficult to get restarted. And so I've been researching that. It seems like there's a lot of accounts of that kind of thing going on with these motors. So we'll have to see. Anyway, I started fixing it up specifically for a survival style boat, and I'm not really, or I have never really been into a prepper state of a mind, which I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I just haven't had the right disposition for it. But with all this terrorist activity going on, I'm not as afraid of the American government as I am all these foreigners that's coming in. America is in trouble, and so I'm gonna do everything I can to get prepared for that, even if that makes me look like an extremist. Just out here on the St. Mary's River, taking a trip, and see what we can see. See, I got all my gear in here. My pack, my boots. Woohoo! Better pay attention to what I'm doing. I came out here last night and just eased down through here in the dark. I've got my little light that I mounted up there. It's a little bit loose, but that's one of those 4 LED consoles. Works real good. I need more, and I'll update you on that as I add stuff to it. Head back up the river. I'd like to get up north of where I put in at. I put in at the Trader's Hill, and I'd like to go up north of that just to see how far I can take this boat up in there, kind of learn this river. They say this is one of the cleanest rivers in the United States, and it's got a ton of fish in it. And also, for its width from bank to bank, it's the deepest river in the United States for its width. I'm not saying it's the deepest river, period, but it's the deepest river for its width. And back in the colonial days and before that, they would bring military vessels up in here, real honest to goodness, British, Spanish, all sorts of naval vessels would come up in here for both trade and to take on water, because the water would last longer than waters from other sources. Put them in those big casks or barrels and keep them for fresh water on the ship. They say it would keep longer from far up in this river. So I'm not sure exactly how the river's changed in shape since those days, but it certainly is deep enough for a large vessel to come up in here and have no problem doing it. Now up north of Traders Hill, that's a different story, so I'd like to see how far. This is by no means a large boat. This is only a 16-foot boat, but still you can only take it so far, and I want to find out how far that is. Little beach, fun in the sun. Not today. Oh, as you can see, it's getting real dark. I just ran into these guys who told me if I went another quarter of a mile that I'd hit a little spot in the river where I'd have to actually push my boat across a sandbar, and I'm not interested in pushing no boats across no sandbars in the middle of an alligator infested river, even if they say alligators won't bother you. I don't believe that. I don't believe there's anybody that's met every single alligator and took a survey on whether they would harm you or not. So at any rate, I turned around heading back south a little bit. I'm going to play around a little bit longer, but I think this is going to be the end of the first installment on this survival boat. I don't know what to call it other than that. I don't really have much desire to do much recreational boating, but I'm interested in finding places to fish and hunt, different things, explore, see what's out here. I'm interested in that, and so thought I'd bring you along with me. All right, y'all have a good night.